Good morning. Good morning. Soul Healing Angel here. Hope you're having a super Saturday. It is June the 14th. I'm finishing up a little bit of cleansing of the space with Palo Santo. There you go. That's a beautiful flame. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right. Here, okay, a little for you. A sound bowl, a little smoke one. Okay. June the 14th. I started this channel because I've been in the process of healing. I think it's something that we go through. Well, if we're in the process of healing, it's a never ending journey, just like our life, never ending journey. I felt called to start the channel to share with others what I do with my practice, and just to join together and share some positive thoughts, spiritual thoughts. I read from scripture. I read some information from the Dalai Lama, Mother Teresa, A Course in Miracles, and then I pull some oracle cards. And I begin by sharing what came to me in meditation. I highly encourage meditation. Jesus said the kingdom of God is within, and I think to connect with ourselves and connect deeply with ourselves, we need to go within. Meditation can be done, you can do the cross-legged Om thing, Om, or it could be just walking on a path, a park, being out in nature, being by a river, a lake, the ocean, riding a bike in the woods, or just swimming, something repetitive. You could even meditate while you're washing dishes. I actually have them back there. I forgot to put my painting up. Well, that's going to be an interesting read there. Okay. I'm going to put it up. I just like it. So hold on a second. So now you see what I've been hiding. That's okay. All right. We don't have a kitchen. Maybe some not as messy as others. I don't have a lot of storage. Anyhow, let me get started. Let me share with you what came to me in meditation this morning. The page is loose now in my book. I'm at the end here and they're falling apart. Okay. Pray, pray, pray. It came to me. So we need to pray without ceasing. And I don't know which scripture it is, but we're supposed to pray in all circumstances, good and what we would feel is bad or negative. Then what came to mind, or I wrote down, was go out in nature, hug or touch a tree. And then I heard, you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Wherever we are in life, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. That's where Spirit has led you. I thanked Spirit, God, for gifts. I said, thank you for your gifts. I think in spirit I have a dragon. I gave thanks for that. And I wrote down that we will work together to heal the earth and its inhabitants. I believe if anyone finds this channel, that you are led by Spirit and that we're all here to help heal the earth, Mother Gaia, which she needs healing. And I think we're here to help each other heal and help heal the earth, that we're part of the web of life. And that was what I ended with then. We're here to help heal Mother Earth as well as each other. And I guess is the song, I think of the song from Les Miserables, bring him home until we're brought home to where we're supposed to be with Source. All right. The Bible verse I sent to my friends today, June 14th, it said, I am thanking you, God, out in the streets, singing your praises in town and country. The deeper your love, the higher it goes. Every cloud's a flag to your faithfulness. Soar high in the skies, O God. Cover the whole earth with your glory. That's Psalm 108, verse 3 through 5. The Psalms are beautiful. They're just really beautiful. Okay. All right. What will we start? Oh, Course in Miracles. Let's see what we've got today. Let's go to a random page here. All right. Lesson 240. Fear is not justified in any form. Fear is deception. It attests that you have seen yourself as you could never be, and therefore look upon a world which is impossible. Not one thing in this world is true. It does not matter what the form in which it may appear. It witnesses but to your own illusions of yourself. Let us not be deceived today. We are the sons of God. We could say we are the sons of God. We're the daughters of God. There is no fear in us, for we are each a part of love itself. Here's a prayer. How foolish are our fears. Would you allow your son to suffer? Give us faith today to recognize your son and set him free. Let us forgive him in your name, that we may understand his holiness and feel the love for him, which is your own as well. It's lesson 240. Fear is not justified in any form. I pray that I'm able to forgive. There's some things that have been done to me that I find difficult to forgive, and I need to pray in order to forgive those who really, really do need forgiveness. For the things that they did to me. Without reason. All right, I'm going to Angel Blessings. Kimberly Maroney. Very old deck of cards. They're angel cards. Love these. It is my oldest deck of cards. It is given to me by a friend who passed, who's now on the other side. We've got Amitiel, truth. That's what I've prayed for, is truth. Number 22 would boil down to a 4. 22, truth. I open right to the page. My goodness. All right. Truth itself will assist in every way him who has gone forth in search of truth. Matrivani, wisdom of Sri Anandamayi Ma. Okay. Slaughtered that. Truth. There are various levels of truth, right? Like in a divorce, there's his truth, her truth, and then the truth. Truth that is dependent on experience or knowledge changes daily. Universal truth is eternal and is recognized when it resonates in harmony with your soul memory. It feels true. The ultimate truth is that you are a fragment of God living in a human body. The eternal self is your individualized part of God's personal presence. Being attuned to the truth of how you feel forms a connecting link to your eternal self. We talked about yesterday, what came up was about feelings and how you feel, how you authentically feel about things. The truth. Ask Amitiel to help you find the truth in your desires and experiences. This will open the floodgates of amazing joy. In most of us, the truth is buried beneath layers of denial and requires extensive release work to uncover. Begin by remembering a traumatic experience. I think we've all had something traumatic happen in our lives. Were you so overwhelmed that you did everything you could to avoid feeling? Did you drink, smoke, take a sleeping pill, try to think about other things, or stay busy, or eat, so that you didn't have to deal with it? These are all ways of denying the intense feelings of anger and fear. The problem with trying to escape pain is that feelings are not external like experiences. When you reject feelings, you reject a part of yourself. Rather than going away, your emotion stays nearby, creating an undercurrent that manipulates for future experiences in an attempt to get your attention. Feelings don't cause an experience to be unpleasant. They are only responding and trying to protect you. Reclaim those lost parts of yourself to regain happiness. While outside of your acceptance, they are in darkness and unable to receive the nourishing light of God. Your emotional energy creates a vibration that opens the darkness to receive love and healing. This vibration breaks up the aura of limitation that perpetuates the repetition of negative behavior. After you practice on yourself, you will find it more natural to bring a higher level of truth to your interactions with others. Become aware of how you feel even in the smallest, most insignificant events. Tune into your feelings. For example, when you do something you don't want to do, are you denying yourself? The person you did the task for, consciously or unconsciously, knows the truth. Once you have worked through the feelings within yourself, use this opportunity to communicate the truth in an appropriate manner. Forgive yourself and them and move on. This is interesting. It says denial drains your energy, resulting in a headache, upset stomach, exhaustion, depression, sickness, injury, or just plain irritability. Do you take pills to override symptoms? Or do you recognize these messengers of truth and delve into their meaning? When you're trying to process feelings, you may want to give up as the darkness fights for its life. Did you hear that? The darkness is going to try to take over. If you continue to move the emotion to the point of breaking through, you may be filled with transformational energy as light and love pour into your body in wave after wave of ecstasy. As you accept true feelings, good and bad, intense and subtle, you increase your ability to feel joy, unconditional love, sensuality, gratitude, and forgiveness. Your eternal self and God have an intense energy your body cannot tolerate when it is blocked with darkness. The essence of your transformation is finding your darkness, accepting your denial, and filling it with love and light. Be open to receive this energy flowing in your body, bringing you the personal presence of God and your eternal self. Call on Amitiel to help you revel in the rapturous embrace of truth. Music that suggested Natalie Cole, Unforgettable, from Unforgettable, Steve Halpern, The Forgotten Song, and James Taylor, Oh Brother, from New Moonshine. Truth, Amitiel. Okay, I want to read something. Let's read something from Mother Teresa. Pull the card before I went into my readings here. I'm just going to a random page. Okay, she writes, she's a missionary of charity. She says, we missionaries of charity take a special vow to God to give wholehearted, free service to the poorest of the poor. We have no income, no church assistance, no government salary, no government grants. We have none of that. And yet we deal with thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And we have never had to say to anybody, we're sorry, we have run out of supplies. She's had a never-ending supply for those who are the poorest of the poor. She writes also, this is Mother Teresa, says, sometime back, a high government official said, you are doing social work, and we are also doing the same. But we are doing it for something, and you are doing it for somebody. To do our work, we have to be in love with God. Okay, two more from her. This one says, to smile at someone who is sad, to visit, even for a little while, someone who is lonely, to give someone shelter from the rain with our umbrella, to read something for someone who is blind. These and others can be small things, very small things, but they are appropriate to give our love of God concrete expression to the poor. And then listen to this one sentence, it's very powerful. There are many people who can do big things, but there are very few people who will do the small things. We need to do the small things from our heart, from our truth. Do the small things. Let us all do the small things for someone. Make someone smile, right? Let's see here. Where am I going to go? All right. All right, here we go. Dalai Lama, Book of Buddhism. Compassion and loving kindness are the hallmarks of achievement and happiness. Compassion and loving kindness. If one feels very profound compassion, this implies an intimate connection with another person exists already. Okay, now he's writing here on the next page, this is page 81. It is said in our scriptures that we are to cultivate love just like that of a mother towards her only child. Next he writes, there are many female concerns in the highest yoga tantra. For example, one of the root evils for a man is to abuse or to look down upon a woman. If a man does that, his downfall is inevitable. There is no mention of a comparable downfall for a woman who looks down on a man. So we men are jealous. Oh, there's women that are jealous too. Okay, I'm going to read on because this is interesting. Okay. Look at one person who annoys you and use the opportunity to counter your own anger and cultivate compassion. But if the annoyance is too powerful, if you find the person so repulsive that you cannot bear to be in his or her presence, it may be better to look for the exit. But I think the main gist there is to cultivate compassion. Cultivate compassion. So we need to give to each other. Smoke makes my nose run. You know what I didn't do? I didn't ring my singing bowl. Hold on. I'm going to do 3 rings. Listen how it rings out. Beautiful tone. Let that ring out. Okay, I want to go to the Sisterhood of Seers deck by Athena Laws, illustrated by Ana Santos. Beautiful deck. So these are oracle cards. Just give us some things to think about. Maybe a suggestion for the day. Thoughts. If you pull something from what I'm sharing here, that's the whole point. It doesn't have to be the whole thing that speaks to you. It could be just part of it. It speaks to you. It speaks to me. Makes us think. To help us all along our journey. We're all on a journey together. Here, movement is meditation. All right. I pulled that one before. So you got fish, and then superimposed on that are sketches of birds. Movement is meditation. It's number 32. Like I talk with meditation, you can do movement to help you meditate. Essential meaning, mindfulness, walking it off, shifting your energy. Life is moving you to where you need to be. Relaxing, focusing on ease, the flow state. The message: when you move your body, you kick in a series of micro actions within the body that trigger well-being. The simple act of walking and moving forward when you feel stuck or any intense emotion can also shift any blocked energy. That's why if someone's upset, and pacing helps. As you walk forward, you can also repeat the following mantra: with every step I take, I move positively forward in my life. When you get out of your head and into your body, you may also find that you activate a type of flow state. This state allows ideas and creative solutions to begin to flow through to you because you've opened yourself up and are one with the very action that you are doing. You become receptive because you have shifted your attention off the focus of your original inquiry, allowing your attention rather to be fully active in the present moment. Mindfulness cultivates a strong activation of your awareness. It requires that you bring your full attention to what you are doing. In this way, you let go of unnecessary thoughts. I call that the monkey mind, Okay, so in this way, you let go of unnecessary thoughts, repetitive emotions, and hardwired knee-jerk reactions. Through cultivating alert awareness while moving your body, you energetically change the pattern of doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. That is the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. You got to find a different way. If you do things differently this time round, you will be so glad that you did. Surrender the familiar and move forward with ease and well-being in all avenues of your life. Here's an affirmation: I respect and love my body. Just say that. I respect and love my body. Whatever body you have. Respect and love your body. I respect and love my body. Movement as meditation. Mindfulness, walking it off, shifting your energy. Life is moving you to where you need to be, relaxing, focusing on ease, the flow state. Okay. Highly recommend meditation. Highly recommend it. My one candle went out. It's because it's got too much wax in it. Oh, no, not won't come out. Let's see here if I can light this. This has been hot. If it'll light, some of it's stuck in the wax. Probably need to clean that out with something. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't worry about it, but I want to get the wick there. Separate that. Okay, let's try it one more time. Here we go. There we go. Okay, want that lit. All right. Psychic Tarot. My little mini decks. Mini but powerful. Beautiful. Things to things to contemplate. It's like, what word am I trying to come up with? Contemplate. Things to think about. How to get through your day. Okay, what have I got here? Oh, I pulled this the other day. Let's see if it comes up again. I want something new. I know. I maybe should not try to dictate to the cards. I shouldn't try to dictate. Okay, Spirit. I'm not trying to dictate to anybody, but do we have to look at that one? Seriously? Okay. I'm going to pull now. What have I got? No, it's new. All right. Oh, fertility. All right. That's different. Fertility. I've not had that one come up before. And that is number 3. All right. Look there. Fertility. Through this card, the manifestation of growth is on the horizon. You are the creator, and the seeds that have been planted in the past, whether they were happiness, comfort, abundance, prosperity, family, children, ideas, or even thoughts, are now ready to give birth into your world. Be patient as you watch your seeds take root and grow. Nurture them as they become strong and healthy. Open yourself to the life force of the universe. This card also represents femininity and Mother Earth, who is calling to you. The arms of her beauty are reaching out. She wants to embrace you on her seashores, mountains, forests, and gardens. Go to her and meet her halfway. Acknowledge that the same energy that makes up the heavens, earth, plants, animals, and mineral kingdom is also part of you. Start nurturing yourself and infuse your soul with love and compassion. Soon others will see and feel your devotion. As you interact with others around you now, or even if you're in the midst of solving a problem, use gentle care and kindness. There's that word, kindness. As you handle such situations. This isn't a time for you to be inconsiderate, possessive, domineering, forceful, or pushy. Act from the loving space of your heart center. The benevolent energy that resides there will assist you in making sacrifices in order to care for and help others as well as yourself. The traditional tarot archetype is the Empress. That's fertility. The manifestation of growth is on the horizon. That's really positive. Okay, Chakra Wisdom Tarot book. I find these cards interesting and fascinating, and I think they give us guidance. Okay, they give me guidance. Yes. Thank you, Spirit. You know, tomorrow's Father's Day. I hope you're able to thank your father in some way, even your fathers who have gone beyond, who have passed on. My father has passed on, but I know he watches over me in heaven. I'm so grateful for him, what he taught me. I know that he loved me. He loved his family. He always wanted family around. He liked having family around. He was a Cancer. Very family oriented. Very, very family oriented. He was wonderful. All right, let me see here. All right, pull right here. I've got Ace of Swords. All right. Ace of Swords. That is a great card. They're all good cards, but this is very good. Ace of Swords. The card of mental strength. She emerges from the deep waters of her past. While she is not underwater, she is not yet on steady ground. Okay. She brings protection and prepares you for an auspicious offer. It's been coming up lately? There's offers coming. Be ready. Here's the chakra message. Some situations require triage, not meditation. Let me read that again. Some situations require triage, not meditation. Your first chakra, that's your root chakra, holds fragments of the past in your personal mosaic. When faced with a challenging situation, protecting what you are creating is necessary. Be kind, but not unwise. We need to protect our creations. There are people that are jealous and that might try to steal your ideas or what you create. Indication. Whose permission do you need? What ties will you be forced to cut? There's some ties that don't belong in your energy. They don't belong in your, I say your energy, your aura, in your world, your soul. What ties will you be forced to cut? Some you have to cut. Some you almost have to pull out by the roots. What ties will you be forced to cut? Your abilities will emerge when you recognize the power of the sword you hold. There's power in that sword, given to us by God. Keywords: advancement, protection, wisdom, negotiation, reclaiming, cutting. Reverse, there's tension, conflict, regret, sarcasm, misinformation. Focus on the keywords: advancement, protection, wisdom, negotiation, reclaiming, cutting. Meditation. Your first chakra is the fierce protector of all that is small and delicate. You are guarding creative ideas, loving thoughts, and your own vulnerable self. Contemplation. Your first chakra is aligned with the power of the Creator. You can do this. You are not alone. Isn't that a comforting thought? You are not alone. Ace of Swords, the card of mental strength. You are strong. You know, from that movie, what's the one with the black women? They're not slaves, but they work as maids. And the one maid tells the little girl, you know, you are important. You know, repeat it. You are loved. You are important. You're strong. You are strong. You have mental strength. You are strong. Protect yourself. Protect your ideas. Protect your first chakra, your mental as well. There are energy vampires out there. People, don't you feel sometimes there are people you're around and they just drain you? They drain your energy. They call them energy vampires. I worked at a place like that. It was just so depressing. Oh my gosh. It was sad too. I mean, these people were supposed to be helping people, and they were, but it was a dark, sad place. The energy was very dark. I think there were energy vampires at that particular place. Okay, let's see here what we've got. To be fair, F-A-I-R. She's got an owl on top of her head. It's number 38. To be fair. You know, life isn't fair. That's right here, 38. It really isn't. You can try to be fair, though it matters. All right. Essential meanings: balance, justice, a need to consider options, mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. Just looking down at my phone. The oracle's message: Life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing. Yet over time, they strike a balance. You move from stasis to doing. So we're human beings, but we move to human doing. I find that funny. From discovering to loving to letting go to being again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you are not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment, and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause, there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. Isn't that a wonderful thought? Wow. Okay, relationship message. Can you find a way to achieve fairness right now? This is a time for listening as well as speaking, for understanding as well as asking to be understood. It's like the prayer of St. Francis. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there's hatred, let me sow love. It says, to understand rather than to be understood. There's much to be learned, and you will learn if you remain open and objective, weighing the options and considering all sides. Your heart wants to connect to others, so allow for a balanced exchange of ideas and actions. The best kind of relationship is one in which there is mutual benefit and each party feels heard, valued, and respected. Be fair to all. All right, here's the prosperity message. Now is a time for even exchanges. Justice will prevail, and you will be treated accordingly. In all your affairs, you will be able to negotiate fair settlements. Mutual gain is the gift to you and your partners and colleagues. This is also a good time to square your finances and take stock of how you're compensated for your work. This card signifies balance, justice, and negotiations. So remember that all things must be fairly recompensed. That's a good word. Keep this as your truth, and so it will be. Here's a protection message. Injustice and inequity, unfortunately, are a part of life, but they do not have to define your experience. This is a time when you may observe an injustice righted and fairly redressed. Perhaps you come to the rescue of someone else or are called to answer for a personal slight. You will be amazed by the sense of power that surges through you when you stand up for yourself and others. I've felt that feeling before when I've had to stand up for someone or myself. This card also indicates a good time to advocate for others who are less fortunate. Not everybody can advocate for themselves. They need someone else to do that. That's why we have advocates. Choose your cause and commit to it because you can make a difference. Even if it's just for one person, you can make a difference. You know that story about there's an old man on a beach and there's all these starfish that are on the beach. And he's throwing each one back. He gets the starfish, he throws it back. Then the next starfish, one at a time. And somebody comes up to him and says, "What are you doing?" You know, they said, "You can't save all these starfish." And he says, "No, but I can save this one." And then he picks up another, throws it back. This one at a time. We could make a difference in one person's life. One thing is for certain. If fairness is your intention, the situation will be resolved for the highest good of all concerned through acts of kindness, empathy, and courage. Maybe that's the word today. I think kindness, and also compassion. You can do it. To be fair. Let us all do that. Let us be fair. Balance. Just balance. Justice. A need to consider options. Mutual benefit. The law of cause and effect. I have prayed for divine justice. I think there have been some things that have happened in my life. Some I know, some I don't know. But I've prayed for divine justice from God. And it all happens in divine timing. I truly believe that. All right, Angels and Oracles from Kyle Gray. I just love his accent. I love a man with an accent. My favorite is Australian. I think. I just got to chill. I don't know why. Maybe I lived in Australia in a prior life. Who knows? I can't speak Australian. I'm not real good with accents. I have on my my GPS this program with a man with an Australian accent. I love it. Oh gosh, isn't that funny? You can pick whatever you want on those. My daughter taught me that. I've learned so many things from my children about how this technology. Kids know. We don't. Let's see what we've got here today. We've got the Hunter. Track down your fears and desires. Hunter. Look at him. Fierce. But not fierce. He actually kind of looks kind, doesn't he? Track down your fears and desires. Here we go. Hunter. Message. Track down all of your fearful thoughts and feelings. When you find them, you will find your desires too. Okay, about this. It says the Hunter card is based on my favorite Celtic god, Cernunnos. He is the stag god of the wild and represents both the hunted and the hunter. Similarly, the Hunter helps you connect with an energy that is both fearful and fearless. Your fears are the only things that are standing between you and what you desire at this time. So, you have to come face to face with them as the hunter does with wild animals and go beyond them. Extended message. Instead of being hunted down by your fears or other feelings that you have buried, become the hunter. You are being given confidence and strength at this time, so use your power to make a difference. You are not here to cower away or live in the shadows. You are here to realize your fullest potential, but this can only occur when you step up and do what needs to be done. When this card arises, there could be an opportunity to face an aspect of your past or bring closure to a situation that has been haunting you. If you are a man or identify as male, this card represents your masculinity and an opportunity to know yourself more deeply. I think he's very masculine, but yet he has kind eyes. He's being very thoughtful. If you are a female or identify as female, this card represents your capacity to be strong and powerful and overcome limitations. So, track down all your fearful thoughts and feelings. When you find them, you will find your desires too. Hunter. Track down your fears and desires. All right, I'm going to close with the Dreamweavers. keeping the boxes. I don't have an organized, this is not as an organized spot. It's kind of a messy table, actually. I tend to be disorganized within my organization. This is the Dreamweaver's Tarot by Colette Baron Reid, illustrated by Joel Nakamura. I always like to end with this one. I don't know why, how that happened. I just choose to end this way. It's a nice deck. All right, let me do it one more time. Okay, I'll pull this one. It tells me to pull it. I've had this one before. Okay, when it's time to say goodbye, it's coming up for a reason. 32. There's someone I need to say goodbye to. Thought I did, but I haven't totally, right? Essential meaning. Oh, that's okay. Completion. So maybe a cycle in your life is complete. Endings. Death leading to new beginnings. Loss. When it's time to say goodbye, it's time to end one way of being and move on to a new chapter in your life. This can be accompanied by pain because you have to say goodbye to someone you love, someone who has meant something to you, someone important. You may not want to let go, but you must face the loss and the grief and bless what was. Other times it's necessary that you purposely put an end to something. So sometimes we don't get closure and we have to do it ourselves. Perhaps you need to walk away from an unhealthy relationship to be true to yourself. Or maybe a connection has run its course and that is just how it is. There's some people that come into our life and they're just a lesson, and then it's time for us to move on from that lesson. Right now, you're meant to close the door on a part of your life so that you can begin something new, something meaningful, and something designed for a beautiful self-expression, success, and happiness. You can be sure it's time for a different experience, a more aligned, authentic way for you to be in the world. You've come so far. Be brave and bless all that has come before now. Bless them, bless the situation, and let go. Who will you become? So much magic awaits. That's exciting. Oh my gosh. Time to start something new. Turn the page, begin a new chapter. I think that's exciting, don't you? I mean, come on, the only thing we can expect that stays the same in life is change. It's going to change. So let's accept it with joy and happiness and give thanks. And bless what came before and bless what's coming, right? Well, remember this, if anything. You are so loved. The universe loves you. You're not alone. You have angels and guides watching over you. Source, God. 3 things that last in the end: faith, hope, and love. The greatest of these is love. Love yourself. Be yourself. I send you love, and I also wish for you the peace that passeth all understanding. Happy Father's Day to the fathers. Namaste.